Yo, nerds! I'm doing a podcast. Don't bother me for the next 2 hours.
Battlefield Part 1, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. We're back with another McCoy commentary. Is this our, third one now?
To do, right? Because we love McCoy.
What's up?
McCoy commentaries are my favorites.
They're fun, yeah. I guess because he doesn't have a particularly long story, so, we never want to end up killing ourselves by the end.
Yeah, that does tend to be an issue, even with stories I like that are long.
Yeah.
You're kind of worn down by the end.
It's gonna be great. I can't wait for the trial. I can't wait for the trial commentary.
Oh my fucking god, that's you, me, and Dylan, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're doing a drinking game. It's gonna be great. But we're gonna work our way up to it. So I think the next Dylan one's gonna be the invasion then.
And then we got to do the war games with him, right?
Yeah, then it'll be the war games, and we're not gonna do master plan because obviously there's no easily accessible way for everybody to watch that. So we'll just go straight to trial then.
Unless by some miracle of God it gets animated next year.
Right. See, but I don't know then because I don't know if I should split the trial commentary up into 4 parts or if I should just do it all as one gigantic video.
We're doing it. Well.
Oh yeah, we're recording it all in one sitting.
Yeah. I think YouTube only allows you to upload a video up to a certain file size, as well as I think you can only upload 2 hours. I know you can live stream 11, but
no, you can upload 10 hours.
Can you? Shit.
Yeah. So
but the compression on that's gonna be fucking ass.
Yeah, but at the very least, it'll just be like a still image the whole time. There won't be a whole lot of video to process. It'll just be the endless audio.
That is true.
Because that'll be roughly what, 6 hours then?
7 hours?
No, 6 hours. Because Deluxe Master Plan is 5 hours.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're watching Battlefield. Oh, Bambera! I fucking love Bambera. I believe also apparently the actress who plays Bambera, I can't think of her name, was a big fan of Nick Courtney and was really starstruck by him.
That's fucking great.
Right?
That means she must have really enjoyed being in this.
Yeah. Did you ever hear what story is she in the Lost Stories? Have you heard the season 27 Lost Stories?
No, I haven't heard them. Hello?
What?
Muting my phone is probably something I should have decided to do.
Yeah, possibly. Love Gene Marsh in this. I love everyone in this. This is the least season 26 McCoy era feeling season 26 story, but it's so much fun. And I just enjoy watching it so much.
Ben Aronovich wrote it.
Yeah, well, apparently Aronovich actually hates the story.
Really?
Yeah, he thinks it's just a really unrefined piece of work. He thinks there was so much more that he could have done on it.
Well, I mean, there are some really cool ideas that are a bit underbaked.
But I do think they are there. It's just it's just the 4-part. It's just the 4-part format that kind of lets it down because there is such an expansive idea there. I mean, I told you. I think I may have told you this. The Mark Platt novelization of this story has a 40-page prologue just of what Morgan and everyone was doing in the alternate dimension before they got here.
Shit, that's
cool. It's really cool. But and of course, wait,
did he novelize his own TV serial again?
Who, Aronovich?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he novelized Remembrance, but he didn't novelize Battlefield. No.
I would have liked.
But I mean, it's a Mark Platt novel, so it's basically a VNA that was published as a Target.
That's true. Actually, a lot of things, I think, probably around season 25 up through the season 26 novelizations actually probably work really well as a prequel run to
definitely. I mean, you've read the Remembrance novelization, right?
Yeah.
That's basically a V&A. But Mark Platt's prose in particular, I don't know if you've ever read a Mark Platt novel. Like no matter what medium it's in, it never talks down to its audience. It's always just like, this is Mark Platt's style. Either you're able to understand it or fuck off.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten to Mark Platt's style yet.
It's fun. It's fun. I remember I hadn't read the Battlefield novelization before, because I had it, but I hadn't read it before I went into Times Crucible, and Times Crucible just threw me for a loop. That thing is insane. I mean, just our adaptation is confusing enough. Could you imagine what the original source material is like?
That's all right. I heard most of what you said, but I didn't catch the name of the story you were talking about.
Times Crucible.
Times Crucible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for what the source material sounds like it was, because, I haven't read it. But for how it sounds, I think you did a really nice job on that one. Because
it's tough.
I mean, how you and Jacob described it to me, it didn't sound like it would translate to audio particularly well. And there are a couple scenes here and there where I'm a bit like, okay, what the hell is going on? But I was kind of expecting that going in, and the cast more than makes up for it, and the music shows like.
But I gotta be honest,
it's really fucking great.
I gotta be honest, it was definitely the story I was most nervous to do, especially in the script editing process. I was like, oh my god, it translates well, but I was still getting the same really confusing feeling from when I first read the novel. But really, the thing that first gave me confidence in doing Times Crucible was when we got auditions in, and we got some phenomenal auditions for it.
Where I think Times Crucible gets confusing is when we start hopping between time zones and different versions of the same characters.
Yeah, that's fair. But then
that's where it doesn't quite work well on audio. I could see it working well on screen.
I think that's the point in the novel where the Mark Platt dials up the stylization of the story to the max and makes it the most entertaining that the entire story has been up to that point, so that you don't overthink those kind of things, because they can be really confusing. And I think Platt learned from the straight confusing nature of Ghostlight, and understood that the plotline of Times Crucible towards the end wouldn't be the easiest to follow, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the first story with McCoy's brown jacket, because he burnt it off. Because he burnt it off in Greatest Show in the Galaxy.
Oh really? Is that the story behind it?
Yeah. Do you know the scene in Greatest Show in the Galaxy at the very end when he's walking away from
I knew he singed the back of his head, but I didn't know he burned his jacket.
Yeah, burnt the fucking jacket. Yeah. And let's be real, I mean, it's for the better. I love the brown jacket.
Oh yeah, the brown jacket's fucking great. This is the better version of his costume.
Ooh, gotta tell you, Brian. Because I guess talking about Times Crucible reminded me. I have Michael Gibbons lines for Scales of Injustice, and oh boy, they're so good.
Did you get the first set of my Silurian lines yet?
For the second episode, yeah.
I think it's for the third.
Oh yeah. So, where's episode 2? Oh yeah, because they don't do anything in the episode. Oh yeah, so they actually start talking a lot in 3. Yeah, so I got those.
All right, good. Now I actually have some little behind the scenes info for anyone listening who's interested in this. As we're recording this, it is currently May 17th. Scales of Injustice lines are due at the end of the month. Now, let me tell you a little story about doing schoolwork in quarantine. I'm sure many of you know the tragedy of just being pounded up the asshole with schoolwork. I mean, holy fucking shit. The other night, I stayed up all night from basically from one day into noon the next day. Admittedly, I watched a movie for the last couple hours of that, but I wrote 6 fucking essays in 12 hours.
A fool.
Who the fuck? Why the
What?
fuck would you assign that much work to anyone? But anyway, because of that shit, I'm really behind on my scales lines.
This is true. This is true. That being said, though, I'm really tempted to just edit the first scene of Scales of Injustice just because I can. You know, that pre-title sequence that we made? And because I have the lines for it. And wow, I really want to do it because I'm getting so excited for this project.
It's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be the biggest one yet, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yep. 7 episodes. Should come out to be about, at the very least, 2 hours, 45 minutes. At the very least.
So it's like a movie.
Yeah.
Fucking huge.
Yeah. Also, Brian, you're a bitch because I recorded all my Silurian lines in one night, and you only have up to episode 3.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I still have to do my doctor lines, but I have all the Silurian stuff recorded.
Ball talks a lot, okay?
This is true, but also I do Augie, and Augie talks a lot. So.
Augie does. Do you do Augie? Now, can I ask you a question for that? Because for Tawny, I pitch shifted my voice slightly.
Yeah, I pitch shift mine, or specifically, I should say, like, you know, like the regular register that you do the Silurian voice in, like down there. I brought that up a little personally.
Oh,
I didn't really feel the need to pitch shift it because I did a different register. But if you weren't doing a different register in your initial recording, then you shouldn't need to pitch shift it.
I think what I did was I did my best impression of Lala Ward, which isn't a very good one, in my own in my own sort of male tones, and just shifted the fuck out of it to get Tawny to sound more female.
Nice.
So, Tawny is Brian doing Lala Ward.
I look forward to it. Weird observation. I quite like Ace's costume in this.
See, I'm always more of a fan of the bomber jacket look.
I love the bomber jacket, but I just like whenever it's different because the bomber jacket is just the typical Ace look. Like, I love all our costumes in Ghostlight. That's the best story for Ace costumes.
Actually, yeah, she does have some really nice ones in that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like to change it up because, she wears that bomber jacket the entirety of season 25. So it's just nice to change it up a bit.
I don't know. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like the bomber jacket in Remembrance of the Daleks.
What's wrong with the bomber jacket in Remembrance?
It's the fact that it's zipped up the entire time. I don't know. I just don't like the look of zipped jackets. It's just a weird pet peeve of mine.
Okay, then.
So, I prefer it everywhere else. Like, that's the one thing I really don't like about Remembrance of the Daleks. There. We found something, boys.
Is that still your favorite TV story?
Hell yeah, it's my favorite TV story.
Damn. Actually, speaking of favorites, I was just rewatching Silurians last night, and fuck, I love that story.
I love watching late 80s Doctor Who fight scenes because they're still really shit.
Well, the ones in here are bad, but I think the ones in Fenric are good.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't the ones in Fenric done with guns?
What's up?
My thing is martial weapons in Doctor Who. never has there been a story where there's a sword fight and it doesn't look shit when it comes to Classic Who.
Even a new Who, the one in Christmas Invasion looks shite.
Yeah, even that one's kind of crap. What is it with you British motherfuckers not being able to choreograph a sword fight? Like, my high school did it. It looked impressive. Why can't you?
Oh no.
You're highly paid, trained professionals. We're student actors in a high school fucking play.
Brian, simmer down.
I've seen this actress before. I know her. Where do I know her from?
Let me look it up. Let us see. You know what else I was watching recently? Talons of Wing Chang.
I understand we all look the same.
You know what? I gotta talk about that scene because, like, I feel like a lot of people will take that out of context.
They do.
Like, the scene is definitely like that. I was like, "Oh, you look familiar," and he's literally like Chang is literally commenting on the racist attitudes at the time, saying like, "Oh, yes, I know, we all look the same." That's the context of the scene. He's saying like, "Yes, okay, of course you're gonna be a racist motherfucker and think we all look the same." That's what the line is. He's not literally saying, "Yes, I know, our race does entirely look the same." That's not the scene.
Yeah, he's being sarcastic about it.
Yeah. Oh, come on, who plays the blind bitch?
The blind bitch.
Come on, I can't find her.
Where do I know her from? I swear to God, I think about this every time I watch this damn story.
Are you looking it up right as we're watching? You ass.
It's still going on. It's fine. Fuck, I'll look it up on my phone.
Wait, Mark Warren is in this story?
Robert Jessic? Is that how his name's pronounced? He's in this too.
Yeah, but like Mark Warren. Do you know who Mark Warren is?
Name sounds familiar.
That's fucking Elton from Love and Monsters. Apparently he was an extra in this, uncredited.
Is he playing a fucking kid?
I don't know. Wait, I don't know if this is real or not. I mean, that's just IMDb, but hey, let me see, because now I'm curious.
I'll just look at the cast on TARDIS Wiki.
I'm looking at a fucking TARDIS Wiki.
Which is a whole other barrel of worms, but we won't get into that because for looking up quick shit like this, it's useful, but other stuff not so much.
Unless someone just made that up, but I don't know. I kind of want that to be true.
I'm looking at the cast right now. June Bland. I want to figure this out first. Oh, she was in Earthshock.
Oh, who was she in Earthshock?
You know the other woman who isn't Beryl Reed? The gray-haired woman who isn't.
Yes.
That's her.
Okay, cool. Earthshock is so fucking overrated.
Shut up.
But
stay away from my baby.
But do you not agree with me?
I mean, no, I definitely do agree. It is really overrated, but I still really like it.
Oh, Nick Courtney, what a fucking guy. Oh wait, this scene.
TARDIS Wiki doesn't have anything about Mark Warren.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. Fucking IMDb tricked me again.
Hey, hot bastards! I really fucking hate this. I hate this. It's so fucking
It's so
shit.
fucking awful. I hate it.
Like,
I love it. I love the story to bits, but man, I fucking hate that scene.
bruh.
What's up?
No, I mean, that's the doctor's reaction to what they just said to him. Bruh.
McCoy's in top form in this, though, isn't he?
He is. I fucking love McCoy.
Such a quick performance. Like it's very to the point.
Like, until fairly recently, he's just fucking awesome in everything.
Actually, he was quite good in the new Main Range trilogy.
Is that the one where there was an evil Time Lord for each of the stories?
Yeah. Specifically in the Psychic Circus, he gives a really nice dark performance in that one.
I really want to listen to the stuff with the new Fifth Doctor companion.
That's good. That was a really good trilogy last year. That's probably my favorite.
I didn't get to hear it.
My favorite last year. Oh, what a man.
Merlin! Out of all the doctors to be fucking Merlin, you know for a fact it's gotta be McCoy.
Except that it's not McCoy.
Then why is he recognized as Merlin?
Because he literally says in the story, he's like the face is different, or but the manner is the same. Wait, he's gonna say it right now.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep. Yeah, right there. Because Merlin, oh fucking VNA we've about to come out. So, so Merlin is this future incarnation of the Doctor that goes by the name of Mold Witch, and he goes a bit power hungry. He a la kind of Waters of Mars-ish. So that happens, but essentially then like he goes to this other universe. He becomes Merlin. He fucks around there. Then involving this big plot in Birthright, he gets banished to this island, and basically like, the Doctor like strands him there because the Doctor like disapproves of his future incarnation's actions, and that doesn't really get resolved until Happy Endings, where he gives him the ability to time travel again. And that's the episode.
So, am I the only person who has a fondness for this title sequence, despite the fact that we all know in our hearts it looks like fucking ass?
It's beautiful. Fuck off. It's so good. I remember I was watching the behind.
It's really just the asteroids and the TARDIS, man.
But I was watching the behind the sofa on the season 26 Blu-ray, and every single time it came up, what was the couch? Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, and Annika Wills, and they were all just like, "Oh, it looks so fucking awful." And I'm like, "Fuck off! I hate you all." Just every single episode, they're like, "Oh my god, look at this ugly thing." I'm like, "Fuck off! It's so good. I love this."
I think it's a cool idea that just it wasn't right to do this at that time.
Nah, it's beautiful.
I mean, I like it because I've got...
It's episode 1 over now. Battlefield Part 2 starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so the recording got fucked up for Battlefield Part 2. And yeah, Jacob Jacob's here for the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and I got cut off of Battlefield Part 2. So this still lines up with any madman that decides to listen. Oh fuck! So I believe when the recording picks back up with Brian, we're going to be talking about him sending me a picture of pepperoni. Or
Why
so
was Ryan sending a picture of pepperoni?
because he was eating it and apparently like a piece of it was all fucked up. Oh.
Okay, that sounds like something Brian would do. It's
Yeah.
Brian.
So I think that's where we're gonna be at. I hate this so much. Oh, you know what's weird is that this commentary, when me and Brian recorded it, was completely fine. Like it was probably one of our most restrained commentaries ever. We stayed on topic for the most part. We talked some
You
VNAs.
stayed on top.
Yeah, we talked some VNAs. It was a fun time, but like,
This one I'm gonna need to actually listen to.
yeah.
Isn't it?
And suddenly you're going to be a part of it. So, and fun fact, we're recording this merely like, I don't know, probably like an hour before I have this out. Oh God. All right, we got a minute left to vamp, Jacob.
That's fine. White Darkness is a fun book.
Oh yeah, the audio quality on this is going to be absolute shite, by the way.
Oh, that is fine. That is fine.
Yeah, you're gonna sound really off in the distance
Joey, you'll be
because.
happy I kept in the scene. I kept in that scene.
What's?
White Darkness.
Oh yes. The novel
I
adaptation.
altered it slightly.
No.
I altered it slightly because,
The novel adaptations is getting its first N-word.
Oh, guess what? And I said that the sergeant has to be played by either Joey Morgan or Brian Corrigan.
Lovely.
I
Wait,
specified.
wait, doesn't Benny say it?
The sergeant says it first.
Oh, okay. All right, we have 10 seconds. Anything left to say in 10 seconds? And back to Brian's weird ass pepperoni now.
This is something I've never seen before.
I don't have to look at it.
It's really nothing impressive. It's not that scary. I was just taken aback by it. It's the end of the sausage the pepperoni was cut from. It hasn't been cut all the way.
But on the topic of meat, can we talk about Sylvester McBeefcake here?
McBeefcake.
Look at him. What a man.
I have sworn that I will stick that umbrella up your asshole. That's what McCoy's thinking right now. Just saying.
Oh, I thought that's what you were going to do to me.
I mean, that just goes hand in hand with it. How much you want to bet when the doctor got it on with Bernice, he used that fucking umbrella as a dildo?
No, it was McGann. Also, what would the doctor need a dildo for? Is McGann's cock not long enough?
Who's to say?
God damn it.
So in case you're wondering about the diet I'm on.
I wasn't curious at all, Brian. You
Well,
really didn't tell me.
Well, that's fucking upsetting because I'm going to tell you about it anyway. I'm doing keto.
Cool.
I have to eat meat. And that's about it. Great. And things that have sort of the structure of meat. There are some really good keto recipes.
Cool. Check your Twitter.
Why should I do that? What did you say about me?
No, I'm basically roasting myself.
You say I go from pepperoni to pastrami, didn't you?
No, that's not it. Oh, wait, actually, I just realized I'm almost on the dying days.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Hot damn. And I'm actually almost done with all the missing adventures. Shit. Fuck. I'm really coming to the end. Jacob's like, what's being recorded? This man. Who's this actor? I forget his name. Fucking love this guy.
I don't know, but he's fucking over the top, and I love it.
He is. I love him. You know, that's not a bad effect, actually. I didn't hate that.
McGann's cock. I left a surprise for you on Twitter.
I just saw it.
I want to see what Jacob will say to that. Alright. That's enough pepperoni.
Then the commentary's over, right?
Huh?
I said the commentary's over now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Commentary's over.
Doing the pepperoni.
We're not talking about it anymore.
Yep.
See you guys. Subscribe to Joey Morgan. He's not called that anymore. He's called Security Kitchen Productions now.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah. Fuck!
Nick Courtney.
Wait. I want to take a screen cap of that. with his eyes closed and then him lighting up red. And then this fucking laugh. Oh, I love this.
I want to punch him in the face now. That laugh was just too much, man.
That's so good. You know what? Now that I think about it, either this or Remembrance is probably the McCoy story I've watched the most. It might be this.
This is the McCoy story you've watched the most?
What's up?
Did you say this is the McCoy story you've watched the most?
Either this or Remembrance, but I'm pretty sure it's this.
Mine is definitely Remembrance.
I can't think of any other story that I've watched like nearly enough as I've seen this or Remembrance. I guess it's just the Aronovich style. It's good stuff.
Doesn't he have a VNA that everybody hates, though?
Transit. A lot of people usually don't like Transit. But it's actually quite good. I love Transit.
Lewis Butters says, is McGann's cock not long enough? He goes, to be frank, that's normal for you guys.
I fucking love that guy.
Oh my god, I just saw the message you sent me.
Oh, yeah. Please don't read it out loud.
I won't.
Thank you.
Just imagine I do you like that, though.
Wait, hang on, wait. Gene Marsh is here. I fucking love Gene Marsh.
Gene Marsh is the ultimate gilf.
What?
Grandmother I'd like to fuck.
Oh, no! No!
Gallifreyan Entertainment.
Gene Marsh's clit. Oh, fuck. See, okay, well, back on Aronovich, though, like, he also has a VNA that everybody just adores, and that's the Also People.
I want to read that one.
That's a good one. It does require some context, though.
Well, I think now that I'm reading Blood Heat, I'm going to be really unsatisfied if I don't see how the Doctor and his Borowskis get back to, you know, the real universe. So
That's good. I mean, well, oh, hang on. It's not quite that kind of arc, Brian.
It's not quite that. What?
It's not quite that kind of arc.
Alternate history cycle. I know it's called that.
Well, yeah, but it's not all in one alternate universe.
It's through multiple.
Not through multiple alternate universes, but like the idea is that history is being changed in some way. I think Blood Heat is the most extreme one, though.
Okay. Well, still, I want to read through that arc.
Oh, it's the best VNA arc, hands down. Oh, I love this bit. I love the way he doffs his hat. I love that.
Good morning. I still can't do a good McCoy.
Hey Brian, you want to read the next audiobook?
I mean, if you're editing it, I'm down.
Nope. You're my slave now, bitch.
I mean, you want me to read a Tom Baker one? I'll more than happily do it.
Hey, don't talk about that shit out loud for now. I haven't announced anything yet.
Okay.
Shush.
They're sealed. Hint, wink.
Oh yeah, actually, I was watching the commentary for this story, and I think Cartmel said they only had this this helicopter for like half an hour, and they had to get they had to get like all those exterior shots in half an hour.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, that's marker.
Did you ever listen to Andrew Cartmel talk extensively? Like, just really listen to his voice?
I talked to him about the Cartmel master plan. I met
Oh
him.
shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh damn. He has the weirdest voice though, doesn't he? His accent is so strange.
I'm not sure about that, but he definitely does have a distinct voice.
Yeah. See the bomber, the bomber jacket is zipped up here. I do love this. The timing of this is perfect.
Now, if we're talking buttoned-up jackets, that's my shit. I just don't like the look of zippers. I think they're ugly.
Why has no doctor ever gone full button up with a jacket?
I mean,
Oh wait,
Dark Eyes era McGann
Wait.
did. I almost said McCoy.
Yeah, Pertwee did too, though. Now that I think about it.
He did in one story? No. He did it
No,
in
he
most
did.
of them, didn't he?
Yeah, most of his stories.
What's weird is when you get a Pertwee story where his suit jacket is unbuttoned.
What's weird is when you get a Pertwee story where it doesn't open with Pertwee singing while doing something wrong. I do like to be beside the seaside.
Didn't you have to sing a song by the Beatles or something?
What's up? I don't think I
You
did.
end up having to sing I'm not sure if it's in the book or not because I haven't read it, but didn't you have to sing a song by the Beatles in Scales?
Oh, I didn't record Scales yet, but I mean, I didn't record my doctor stuff yet. But
oh shit, yeah. My bad.
But do I?
I think so. I think it's Here
Shit.
Comes the Sun.
Oh yes, that's right. Yep. Oh fuck.
You fucked yourself over with that one, laddie.
I mean, it's a really good scene. I like it. Oh wait, no. Oh, that's the first scene with the doctor. That's his... Oh yeah, as all good Pertwee stories begin with him singing while fucking something up.
Actually, the opening is really similar to Terror of the Autons in the sense that Liz comes in and he's just not interested. And then the Brigadier comes in and he's just like, fuck all of you. Seriously. Unzip your fucking jacket. What? I said unzip your fucking jacket. Doesn't look good. This wall's made of concrete. It's gone soft with age. Just like my penis ace.
God damn it!
I will make a dick joke every chance I get. They may be one step above fart jokes, but that's still one step above fart jokes, man. Nicholas fucking Courtney. What a man.
The Chad. Oh yeah, I've been listening to the new Third Doctor volume from Big Finish and John Coltrane.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm just saying John Coltrane is still like absolutely spot on.
I thought it took him a second in Prime Ward to really sell me. But...
Yeah, well, you're wrong about that, bitch.
Okay. I'll fuck it. Well, based on what I heard from the new set, which is just the trailer, he sounds a lot better in Poison of the Daleks, so...
Dude, he sounds fine in all of them. Plus his cameo in well, without spoiling it, that other story that he played the brig in. He's great in that one.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Have I heard it?
Yes.
Okay. Then it's probably the one I'm thinking of.
With that one really like emotional scene between him and that other character.
Yes.
Yeah, it's at the end of it. Yep. Yeah, we're thinking of the same one. Oh, I love this scene. Nick Courtney and
is
Gene
this
Martin.
No, this isn't the bit where he says, "Get off my world," is it?
Is it?
I think that's towards the end. He, like, fires.
Yeah.
But it's the same pose.
Love them together.
How much you want to bet Nicholas Courtney and Gene Marsh just fucking smashed between takes?
Fuck what?
I mean, did you not see how Gene Marsh just eyed that man up?
That's how the character of Morgan is supposed to eye up a worthy opponent, Brian.
Beep. Beep. The sword beeps.
Oh, yes. This is the... We're coming up on the cliffhanger where Sophie Aldred almost died.
Ah, yes, my favorite cliffhanger. Wasn't there another really dangerous cliffhanger that someone filmed at some point where they almost died?
What era?
I can't remember which. I just feel like there's more than one. There probably is.
Yeah, you're probably right, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Unless you're thinking of Ainley being a little pussy bitch, running away from the explosion in the Five Doctors.
I need to get my mind out of the gutter, man.
What did you do now?
You don't want to know.
Just say it. There's no going back now. Just do it.
Morgan goes, I shall kill you. The Brigadier goes, not before I slay your pussy.
God damn it.
Proceeds to bury his face in Gene Marshall's breasts.
No. No. Wait. What if I just get Michael Gibbons to record? Just do some
If he
riffs on
has
the
any
recording.
sense, he will tell you, no.
As
no.
he should. You know, actually, I remember he commented on one of our commentaries the one time. I forget which one, but he said it like helped him like cure a hangover or something like that. I fucking love that man so much. Michael, if you're listening to this, I adore you.
Security kitchen. Fuck. Security kitchen production. One more time. Security kitchen production commentaries curing hangover since 1987.
Oh no. What do you mean 1987?
Shut up.
What is that even supposed to mean?
Shut up. Ace is worthy.
Yeah.
Bro.
You know what's a
What
really
if Ace was King Arthur all along?
you know what's a really underrated like special feature in Doctor Who DVDs that I actually really enjoy watching. Yeah, I forget what they're called, but it's just like them just leaving the cameras on as the actors just kind of fuck around between takes. It's like on the studio floor or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember watching the Five Doctors one, and like every single time they'd fuck up a take in a scene, John Pertwee had like a personal hair floofer that would come over to him and floof up his hair before they did the next take.
She clearly says doctor, but it says no sound. And Zapparoo.
Could you fucking imagine if Sophie Aldred died here? Like, good God.
It's a real cliffhanger with real stakes.
Right. I think it was Sylvester actually that was the one that like realized that like she wasn't able to get out of there or something like that, or that like he noticed that something was broken in there.
Yeah, I think it was a loose connection in something. She would have been electrocuted. It's not only imagine if she died there, but what a really fucking gruesome way to die.
Right? Oh man.
Not even like quick. It's not even like, you have like something fall on you or anything like that. That's ugh.
Yeah. Hot damn.
Fucking BBC would have been sued for that shit if it happened today.
Doctor Who would have been canceled there and then and would have never been brought back. Oh, damn. Battlefield Part 3, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. We here. Well, Sophie Aldred's dead. That was the last episode of Doctor Who ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the documentary about it afterwards.
They just leave the cameras running and they show Sophie Aldred's funeral.
Jesus Christ. I love his pedophile wink at me.
God damn it, Brian. I can't wait to do the sneak peek recording for Transit and be like, Transit by Ben Aronovich.
And it's just the sex scene.
Wait, there's no sex scene in Transit.
I'm probably thinking of another one. Is there a sex scene in Deceit?
A lesbian sex scene, yeah.
There we go. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, we cut that.
Bastard! How could you?
Brian, you're lucky we kept what we did in Warhead.
Take a fucking break, you.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I mean, did you listen to Warhead Part 2 yet?
Not quite yet, no.
Damn. You commented on it though.
I did comment on it.
No, there's the bit where
my thing is.
Go ahead.
Here's my thing. Is I'll usually listen to the first episode and then I'll wait until the rest is out and then go back and listen to the entire thing.
I mean, it's only a 3-part story, so
yeah, I'll hear it by next weekend.
What was I gonna say though? Oh yeah, but no, there's that bit in part 2 where Justine and Ace fight with each other, and then like at the end, like Ace walks away and you could like hear Justine starting to have sex with Vincent in the background, and we just like barely kept it. I just like kept like this light like bed spring noise.
Nice.
Yeah.
The fucking Silurians, while we're on the topic of stuff like that, the fucking Silurians in Scales of Injustice are so damn creepy.
Why is that?
They're just like, a human male in puberty, yes, this is what we need.
That's not an actual line, Brian.
There's a line very similar to it.
What's even
I know
better
because I had to say it.
What's even better is you're talking about Mason.
Mason, who looks like he's 30 despite only being a few months older.
Man does not look 30. He looks like he's in his like mid-20s.
You're right, he does look like he's in his. So I'm sorry, Mason. I love you. I actually get confused for someone in their 20s too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You look young as shit, my man.
Not according to most people.
I know a lot of people in our
friend group. A lot of people in the friend group actually thought I was around 20 when that I was still going just by Briarheart. Fucking weird as hell.
How old do I look? Do I look like exactly my age?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, my issue is I look like my cousin who looks his age. Well, when I say I look like my cousin.
Oh, wait. Here it is.
The scene. Now kiss.
But the VNAs actually make it so that like the Brig met the Seventh Doctor before this story, so the Brig always knew what he looked like.
So when did Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart meet him before this?
In the last book of the alternate history cycle.
Oh shit.
No Future by Paul Cornell.
Now the alternate history cycle, the monks behind that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And the Vardens.
It's kind of a spoiler that it's the monk, but I mean, you know, book's fucking 25 years old. But yes, it's the monk. The Vardens have something to do with No Future. They're not behind it though, as much as the monk is. The monk kind of unleashes the Vardens.
Of course he does. All right, here's my question to you.
I mean, honestly, No Future is probably my favorite monk story, because chronologically, No Future is the story most immediately after the Daleks' master plan for the monk. So it's a new regeneration, but he's at his most revenge driven, I'd say.
He's pissed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good stuff. He does some pretty fucked up things to the Doctor in it.
Also, is this the first time I've actually gotten the chance to sit down with you since you finished the Lucy Miller stuff?
I think so. Yeah.
What do you think of the monk in the Lucy Miller stuff?
Oh, I love Graham Garden. It's wonderful. I mean, I heard him already in Secret History, but but no, he was great.
Graham Garden's being really, but for that version of the monk, the Secret History actually takes place after.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think I talked
actually
to you about it before.
Since I also finished Doom Coalition recently, it was kind of nice hearing the what's his name? I can't think of his name. Rufus Hound, that's it. It was kind of nice hearing the Rufus Hound monks. It was kind of nice seeing the Eighth Doctor see the Rufus Hound monk for the first time since the Graham Garden monk. So that was a nice confrontation there.
What story is that? The
side of the
angels.
Yeah.
I still don't. I'm conflicted on whether or not I actually want to give Ravenous a second chance.
Well, I listened to Ravenous 1. Yeah, it was okay. The big issue with it for me was that nothing actually happens until the third story. And even then, the last two stories are just resolving the cliffhanger of Doom Coalition 4.
Well, here's the thing. I really liked that dynamic with... I think it's Helen, right? Is it Helen?
Oh, yeah. With the 11 and
Helen and the 11.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. I think that would have worked better if it had been done in Doom Coalition. I don't know. For some reason, Ravenous just feels entirely pointless to me because we've had Doom Coalition and that was really fucking good. And then Ravenous is a step down, and also the 11 comes back way too soon.
I respectfully disagree. Disagree with that.
I like the 11, don't get me wrong, but holy shit, I did not want to see any more of him for a while.
Well, no, because he's directly involved with the cliffhanger of Doom Coalition 4, so of course he's going to come back immediately.
That is true.
Yeah. You're not going to... I don't want to say too much, because I don't know who's listening, of course, but, considering you've got to get Helen back somehow, and the 11 was directly involved in that, then, yeah, the 11's going to come back. It's only natural.
It's what irritates me is that they continue to involve him with the plot, and then they don't just say, okay, 11's done for a while. After that, he comes back recurringly throughout the rest of Ravenous.
Well, I haven't. I mean, but have you heard Ravenous 2?
I've heard about half of Ravenous 2. That's where I stopped.
Okay, so that'll be my next set. But so far, his appearances in Ravenous feel justified.
I think there's at some point he basically becomes a pseudo companion, and I'm just I'm not looking forward to that. If I give it a second try. This guy's done so much shit. You're really gonna convince me that he can travel with the Doctor and that's okay?
Well, I mean that's why you got to actually listen to the arc and give it a chance, Brian.
I know. But the other thing was the stories in it just weren't particularly interesting to me.
I mean, I liked How to Make a Killing in Time Travel, and I really did enjoy the last two stories of 1. Just as a unit.
The
only thing that really annoyed me about the second half of Ravenous 1 was that there were just, because it wasn't originally designed, I guess, to include the Ravenous already and be called Ravenous, then they just threw in some very vague rumblings about ooh, beware the Ravenous, and they just say that constantly. I'm okay, but that's not actually acting on the arc. That was the only thing that really annoyed me in the second half. But other than that, I thought it was fine.
Shit, what was I gonna say? The only story I really thoroughly enjoyed in that first set was the third one. So that sort of put me off of it, and then I didn't like Escape from Kaldor, and everybody said the Christmas one in Ravenous 2 was really good. Apparently, I'm the only one who was bored to tears by it. So I'm
Gotcha.
probably wrong on that one, too.
So Battlefield.
Yeah, it's a story that exists.
Yeah, I do I'm kind of upset we didn't comment on the on Morgaine curing the blind lady, because I do really like that scene.
Knights with guns. Bombera starts hitting on the blonde.
Apparently, Cartman and Aronovich had like this completely different idea for the knights in this story, that they were actually like meant to be like proper androids, and they were just called knights because they worked for Morgaine and everyone. But instead, the BBC costume department went with the full like medieval style for all of them, and for all the Morgaine people costumes. So the entire time watching the commentary, Cartmel was just like, "Oh man, what a missed opportunity here." And Aronovich was like, yeah, I fucking hate this story. But Cartmel was like, no, the story's fine, but the costumes are shit. And Aronovich is like, yeah, but the story's really fucking shit. Aronovich just hates his own work.
But I really like that they're all dressed in medieval stuff.
I do too, but like, I get why they would be annoyed, because that's not at all what they wanted in the original script.
Yeah, that's not their vision, but honestly, I think it worked out for the better anyways.
Yeah. And plus, they even say it in the commentary, Aronovich is like, yeah, but if they actually did try for the android minions, then they would have probably looked really shit, wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm. You know why I like McCoy's era so much more
than
like, let me rephrase this. Why I like McCoy's era in design taste so much more than the previous two?
Why?
Because after season 24, we finally stopped barfing rainbows over everything.
This is true. See, but then the Happiness Patrol happens.
Yeah, but that's an exception where the rainbow bullshit is meant to be really off-putting.
Yeah. But then Greatest Show in the Galaxy is pretty colorful. But I get what you mean. Like, Greatest Show in the Galaxy is very stylized. Like, yeah, it's not colorful.
So is Happiness Patrol.
It's not colorful without a purpose. Yeah, I get that.
Whereas shit like, well, as an example, in season 24, Lacertia.
Okay.
Or I really don't like the planet in Mind Warp.
Oh, really? I love Thoris Beta.
I like that first clip of it where the TARDIS materializes, and then other than that, I really don't like it.
No, I like it. What was I gonna say though? Is McCoy your favorite '80s Doctor?
It's actually Colin Baker, but as far as like run of stories like being consistently good, it's Sylvester McCoy.
Okay. See, I feel like also it's a shame because like I guess like the really strong aspects of McCoy's expanded universe require a lot of investment. Like, it takes a lot more effort to, read a 61 book arc than it takes to, listen to like 10 Big Finish audios to get Colin's strongest stuff.
Yeah.
Because like, honestly, like reading through the entirety of the VNAs has made McCoy a strong contender for Best Doctor, in my opinion. And I could see how it happened with Jacob. I don't think I'll change my opinion, but like, I could see how it happened.
Well, what did Jacob like before McCoy?
I forget who his favorite Doctor was before McCoy, because I think he was reading through the VNAs when I first met him, and he was already like on the path to conversion.
Yeah, I remember him always being a big McCoy nerd.
Yeah, but I know he read through them in 2016, and that was when we met him. So who knows?
I think I may have met him slightly earlier. I've been around since 2015.
Yeah, I joined early 2016.
I'm pretty sure he was a curator on Whovians at one point.
He was. He was.
I think that's when I met him. He was curator.
How do you feel about Bessie?
In this story,
Yeah.
fan wank and has no reason.
Oh, fuck off. I love it. So good. Fucking Who 7 on the license plate. I love it.
Does it actually say Who 7?
Yeah.
That means there have been 7 different versions of Bessie. You could say the Doctor fiddles with Bessie's knobs.
Fuck off.
Castle. Ooh, that blue screen.
Beauty.
Woo!
I should have been watching this on the Blu-ray the whole time. It looks so good on Blu-ray. Do you have all the Blu-ray sets? Or what are you missing?
I don't have season 12 on Blu-ray, and I don't have season 26 yet.
You have 23 though?
I do have 23. I finished watching through 23 again.
Wait, are you still not getting season 12 because you just wanted all the DVDs?
I'm
Fuck
actually
you.
regretting that decision.
See? I told you it was a mistake at the time. It's still a mistake now.
Yeah. What I'm thinking about doing is just like, I have a couple little cousins who really like Doctor Who, and so does their dad, but the dad's weird about it and doesn't want. My uncle basically doesn't want his kids to turn out like me, which is fair. But
See, Who 7?
Huh? Yeah,
It says
I saw.
Who 7. Yeah. Okay.
But
Sorry. Go on.
you know damn well I'm gonna do my best to convert those kids anyway.
Hell yeah.
So
So when you say they like Doctor Who, what are they seeing?
their favorite Doctor is actually Patrick Troughton.
Oh,
They
cool.
watched a lot of the Twitch stream.
Oh, nice.
So they've watched all the way through New Who. So I'm thinking I'll just gift them the season 12 DVDs.
Nice.
But first I have to get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah. You should get it on Blu-ray before you do your Genesis of the Daleks review.
Why?
I don't know, because Genesis looks fucking brilliant on Blu-ray.
Genesis still just kind of looks brilliant though.
Well, yeah, but like even better on Blu-ray.
The thing is, like, I am actually sort of struggling between wanting to give this to some members of my family or just reselling them on eBay.
Give them to your family. Don't be a cunt.
Like, do I be a cunt or do I be the nice cousin?
Be the nice cousin.
Yeah, okay. I should be the nice cousin.
Oh, hang on, wait. Oh, this is the scene. No. Everyone, censor your screens before Ace starts shouting racist slurs. Everyone, quickly.
See, like, there's a point to it, but it's not explained well and isn't executed well, and it just sort of feels like it comes out of nowhere, and you're just like, this is really tasteless. It's about to happen.
It is.
Even by 80s standards, it was fucking tasteless.
Oh, this fight's actually quite good, though.
It is. The one Doctor Who fight scene that was choreographed well, other than the one in Ambassadors of Death.
And plus, I mean, Wait, is this the bit though that I'm thinking
I
of?
think this is the bit.
Fucking love this bit. So fucking good. I love Sylvester McCoy so much. Here, oh.
Just fucking
Jeez.
does this cocky twirl.
I love it.
McCoy's just looking at this man like, you better shut your mouth or I'm gonna kiss it.
Why? Oh no, here it is. Why do so many characters in this story hold swords by their
This is
fucking
done so
blades?
poorly. This is done so poorly. This is something that should have been left on the cutting room floor.
Big fact.
I'm sorry, but I can't help but fucking lose my shit every time I see that guy. Look at him! He's ridiculous! Oh, is it in part 4? It is in part 4. We didn't get
Oh, is it really?
it. Yeah. I've
Oh,
watched this story with you before.
Have you? Oh yeah. We watched it during that one marathon.
That one marathon that it was just you and me, nobody else showed up for.
Oh no. Dylan joined for this story.
What Ark showed up for a bit too, didn't he?
What's up?
Ark showed up for a bit too, didn't he?
Yeah, he was on the first day when we did Silurians and Pyramids.
Yeah. You and I think because our birthdays they fall on the same month, we did a marathon of our favorite stories.
Yeah, and we're only a few days apart too. I'm the 20th. You're the 29th, right?
You're the 20th. I'm the 29th. Yeah, so it's like a week and a half.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's the end of the episode. I could speak. Battlefield Part 4, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Free.
Free.
Can we start a cult of the wink?
Everyone wink back right now. If you didn't wink back at Sylvester McCoy, you're gonna die in 7 days.
Well, guess I'm fucked and you're not getting your Silurian lines.
Sylvester McCoy's silver painted face is like the ring.
Just a disembodied, bloody, fucking silver Sylvester McCoy head comes for you in your sleep.
You know they actually painted his face silver for it?
I know. Like, why?
Oh, the Destroyer. I love the Destroyer so much. It's so good.
He's so fucking ridiculous.
It looks so good, though.
This is a question I have for you, but Does McCoy actually ever do any like decapitation in the Virgin novels?
No.
Does he do any brutal killing?
Probably, but I just can't think of them right now.
Like,
Although in the Death of Art, he did basically fucking mothball someone.
Jesus. Again?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't kill him; he just makes him faint. But like,
Whereas Colin Baker killed someone.
he fucking killed Shotgun. But no, and it was just in the Death of Art. He's like following this kid that he thinks has psychic powers, and he drops his hat specifically so that the kid can't reach it. But he's like, "Oh yes, my young man, could you go reach that?" And the kid's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And he like uses his psychic powers to bring the hat towards him. And then when he comes back up, McCoy like puts something over his mouth and makes him faint.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he fucking kidnaps him. It's great.
It doesn't sound like the Death of Art is great.
It's awful. It's an awful book, but like that scene's actually pretty good.
Dude, when Rich Kid Syndrome gets to level 100 in your soul, and you can just call your mother from miles away, just yelling, "Mother!" and all hell break like the fucking earth opens up and your mother just flies out of hell's depths.
Yo, I love that one unit soldier there, that stunt man that just did like a whole fucking flip there. How do you feel about the music in Battlefield? Yeah.
It's not my favorite Kef soundtrack, that's for sure. I do like Kef's music a lot, though.
Yeah.
Unlike Dylan. Dylan fucking hates it.
No, I like it. It's all good.
I think it really helps with the high intensity action scenes.
Yeah.
Not in this one, though. It's not great.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did Paradise Towers. I love the Paradise Towers score.
I'm pretty sure he did Remembrance, too.
He did. Good stuff.
And, like, people always gonna hate on me for this, but my favorite arrangement of the theme is the McCoy one.
I don't think I have a favorite arrangement of the theme, but honestly, McCoy's pretty high up there.
Really? Because I think I talked about this in the Remembrance commentary, and you were like, "Oh yeah, I love the Debney theme from the TV movie."
Yeah.
Well, lucky for you, because, I do have basically an episode of The Eight Doctors scripted somewhere locked away. In that script, I make specifically clear that for the first, 12 stories, you are to use the TV movie theme.
Why is that?
I don't know, just because it's like a weird McGann nerd thing for me. I want it to sort of you use the McGann movie theme for a bit, and then you transition to the David Arnold one.
Gotcha.
My thing is, I'm gonna have to find a way to splice some opening and closing variants of the full version of the theme together, because, the ones that already exist sound like ass.
Yeah. Man, you should really read the VNAs, my man.
I'm reading Blood Heat right now. I plan on
Yeah.
getting around to all of them at some
But
point.
but the VNAs are best read in order.
But here's the thing. I've always been an out of order sort of boy.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm reading the EDAs in order. I don't know why I am. I just felt like it. But
You know,
other than that,
wait, what number book is Dreamstone Moon?
11.
You know what's really funny?
What?
Is you read the 8 Doctors before I even started my VNA adventure.
You're gonna be ahead of me. You're gonna have more McGann knowledge than I do.
I will. Oh man, I mean, actually, I'm almost there already because I'm almost ahead of you in the audios. I'm gonna buy Ravenous 2 soon.
I'm tuning back in for Stranded though. At least the first set.
I feel like you're gonna need context for that though.
I mean, they fucking lose the TARDIS. What else do you need?
But isn't what is it? Day of the Master and Ravenous 4 supposed to be amazing?
Mm-hmm. The thing is, I don't want to wade through everything to get to that.
It's not even that much though, because you already started Ravenous 2, then it's only 3, and then it's on Ravenous 4.
True. Fuck, Joey! Convincing me!
Just catch up, my man. Because I'm going to be caught up on the 8th Doctor ship before Stranded starts. Or at least I'm going to be caught up on Ravenous. I'm probably not Time War yet, but I have already heard Time War 1.
I've heard all the Time War stuff, except for Gallifrey.
Wait, did you hear
Actually,
all
I
of
have Susan's War.
Yeah, you didn't finish War Doctor yet, right?
I think I've got one story left for the War Doctor.
Oh, you did Lady of Obsidian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Isn't it such a solid series, though?
Yeah, the War Doctor stuff, it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. The weakest
honestly, like, almost all of Big Finish's Time War related releases have been really solid.
The only set in War Doctor that I'd say is weak for me, and knowing what I'm about to say, it's going to be your favorite set or some shit.
Go ahead. I swear
It's
if you
the
say
second.
Volume 3.
I'm not a fan of the second one.
That's reasonable, actually. Volume 3 is my favorite.
I think my favorite still might be Volume 1, just because it feels like one big 3-hour story that has a very big sort of range of places it takes place over.
That's fair, but it also suffers from a couple of like really standard Nick Briggs tricks.
I will give you that, but like overall, I thought it was. I think only the Monstrous is really fucking solid as just like one whole.
Yeah, I mean, Agents of Chaos wins for me. Shadow Vortex is pretty disconnected from the other two, but even then, I still think Shadow Vortex is a really fun story. But Eternity Cage and Eye of Harmony are really great. Eternity Cage is probably my favorite War Doctor story too.
Eternity Cage is the one with the Sontarans, right?
Yeah.
Me trying to remember what happened in the one after that. Oh, the one after that is the one where... Yeah, the Eye of Harmony bullshit happens.
Yeah, and that one bitch betrayed
I wonder why it's called Eye of Harmony.
Actually, you know what? In the fourth set, Pretty Lies is a really good one.
Pretty Lies?
That's the first one. That's the first one with the time traveling journalist guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I love that one.
Man, wish John Hurt didn't have to fucking die in 2017.
God damn it, Brian! Fuck off! No.
What?
Why you gotta take it there, Brian?
John Hurt's awesome outside of Doctor Who, and I wish he wasn't dead.
Yeah, but like, why you gotta say it like that? You gotta be, You're gonna be like, man, why did John have to fucking die? Like, who is that helping?
Doesn't help anyone, but asking the question makes me feel better.
Fucking love John Hurt though.
He's great.
Did you ever see the original Elephant Man with him?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh, that's my favorite John Hurt film.
One of the roles I really like him in is the Horned King in The Black Cauldron.
Oh yeah.
Like, whatever. It's a take it or leave it movie, but it's worth it just for the scenes that John Hurt is in.
Yeah.
Now,
wait, actually, question about the actual story. Is that potential for Morgaine to come back eventually? Right there. Because Morgaine didn't properly die. They just kind of fucked off.
Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Big Cock.
Oh yeah, but as I was saying, most of the Big Finish Time War releases have been amazing, especially the Gallifrey stuff. I still have to listen to all of War Master though. I've only heard the first set, which was amazing.
I think the weakest set for me, I'm not gonna lie, it was probably Anti-Genesis.
Really? I heard a lot of people's was Rage of the Time Lords.
See, Rage of the Time Lords has this thing where half of it is really good, half of it's kind of eh. Like, once Paul McGann comes into the third episode, it kind of goes downhill, but it's still pretty solid. Whereas for me, Anti-Genesis was kind of just a lame way to do about changing Dalek history, and really over complicated in some places, like how it affects Gallifrey. So I was just like, not a fan. Which is weird because I usually am really into high concept trippy stuff like that. But
I feel like I'll probably like Anti-Genesis a lot more having heard all of Gallifrey.
That might help.
Especially Volume 6. That one will probably help a lot. Oh, this cunt.
And Joey be like, how dare you threaten Bombera?
Seriously, Bombera's great. Brigadier being an absolute cunt to the Doctor.
Doris was his secretary, right?
No, Doris was, if I remember correctly, a friend that he knew. They were doing. Hang on, because I know she gets mentioned in Scales. What was she to the Brig originally?
Did you know Brigadier Alistair Gordon Lethbridge Stewart actually had 3 wives?
Yes.
Of course you did, you fucking John.
My man, you forget, the Brig is basically my favorite companion. I mean, I have like 3 people tied for favorite companion, but the Brig's one of them. Oh, yeah, they just met. They were just regular friends. They hung out in Brighton. Just reading up on it now. Yeah. Yeah, they were just old friends, apparently, Basically, in the Briggs internal monologue in Scales, he just acknowledges that, like, Doris gave him some really helpful advice on finding love, knowing when to walk away from a bad situation. Because apparently, they were together for a short time before he met Fiona.
Oop.
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 Here we go. Decapitation.
Wait, I love this bit. It's so great.
He doesn't even say good afternoon.
Wait, this is the best scene. I love this scene. Memorize this monologue. It's so good.
How could nobody like the Doctor? The Seventh Doctor. I'll tell you something, though.
Like, oh, I love this performance. Look at him go! Look at this fucking man!
This reminded me of another performance that he gave. Now, have you heard Unregenerate?
Yeah.
You have? Alright. So, a lot of people don't like how Sylvester McCoy overacts in that. But I was actually fucking really scared by it. Like, I don't like Unregenerate, but I will give it that.
Yeah, McCoy's wonderful.
McCoy screams his head off to the point where it sounds like he's actually being murdered, and it scared me.
Oh, wait, have you heard Red?
I have heard Red.
Oh, he's so good in that one too.
He's really good in that one, but
it's basically the opposite of Unregenerate. Like Unregenerate, he's like scary accidentally because like he's just going insane, but in Red, like he's properly like malicious scary. It's so good.
Yeah. But in Unregenerate, there's this one scene where basically the caretaker at the asylum is making the Doctor her bitch, and the Doctor is just like losing it, and he's crying and screaming, and I'm just like, holy fuck, this is really disturbing to listen to, like a childhood hero do that. What the hell?
So good.
Like, Doctor Who doesn't rock me a lot because I've been here since I was 3, man. But sometimes shit like that, every once in a while, it gets me, and I'm just like, oh, I had to pause it, man. I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, it's good.
Another moment like that got me is the end of To the Death. I won't say what happens because obviously, but
gee, what could happen at the end of a story called To the Death?
Shh. That story
come on,
is a fucking massacre, though. I remember the last death in it, and you were just like, no!
No, not the last death. The death before the last one.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. The one that should actually mean more to the Doctor than the main one in that. But, like, for some reason, he just kind of brushes that one off, which fucking annoys me.
Yeah, that's true. But it fucks up his relationship with Susan.
Yeah. So actually, they bring that up a lot in Susan's War. Have you heard Susan's War?
No, I haven't heard it.
Ah, great.
I was kind of dreading listening to it because I was afraid they wouldn't bring it up.
Oh no, they do. They definitely do.
Because they brought it up in the short trip, sort of. Like,
Yeah.
nothing was ever explicitly said in the short trip, but Susan was
Which I was
really...
happy about, because I heard the short trip before I listened to Lucy Miller and To the Death. But
like, did you get the vibe that Susan was really fucking pissed at the doctor?
oh yeah, yeah. Well, I knew of the one death, the big one in that one. So I figured, like whatever happened there, like anyone would be pissed at the doctor for, I guess, letting that happen. But I didn't know it was a lot more personal than that.
But yeah, the way McGann...
I love this scene though. As if Andrew Cartmell's Doctor Who couldn't get any lower.
Okay.
They pushed the men to the side to let the women drive off and have fun. Huh, could you imagine? Women having fun.
This is a castrated version of the Brigadier.
Cartmel master plan? More like Cartmel master shit. Fucking Bullstrike.
If anyone needs game ended.
Oh no.
My thing is he blissfully unaware that most people think he's an asshole?
No, I think he's aware. He just surrounded himself in such an echo chamber though. That
is true.
But what's weird is that his echo chamber is actually more negative than him. They're more legitimately racist and sexist than he is. But he's just free to let that slide because they're the only people in the world that like him. So that was Battlefield. Tell us what you all thought in the comments below. Brian, did you enjoy watching Battlefield? Probably not. Actually, this went by pretty fast. Thank you all for watching. Fuck off and goodbye.